What's up, YouTubes? What's up, Facebook? Bobby C here. You also know me as Catfish, and I'm bringing you another real live reaction. Now, this one's a little bit different. I have no idea how I was able to be talked into doing Eli Gold's top 5 play calls that he's had over his illustrious career at Alabama. But I'm going to be a trooper about it. I'm going to watch it. I promised I would watch this and do a reaction on it. But I do have a soft spot for Eli Gold. Being an old NASCAR fan, a lot of you guys that have watched NASCAR for a long time remember his voice calling NASCAR races. And he's got one of those voices. You could hear his voice even through a lot of static on an AM radio. But you could hear his voice and you know exactly who it was, Eli Gold. So I don't like Alabama. In fact, I hate Alabama. But I love their fans. I love the rivalry. And I have to say I like Eli Gold as a radio guy. But I just have a feeling. I have a feeling deep down in my gut that there's going to be Tennessee somewhere on this. Let's hope there's not. But I have a feeling because it was sent to me, there has to be a Tennessee player or two on here. So I don't know if I want to watch it, but I'm a man of my word. So I'm going to react to Eli Gold's top 5 plays, and let's see what we got here.
Hi, everybody. I'm Eli Gold, the voice of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Well, the folks at AL.com have come to me and said, out of the 30 years of football that you've broadcast for Alabama, can you come up with just 5
just come up with 5 plays that better not be a Tennessee
really
play.
Remember, and the calls of those
the
plays
national
that were particularly special to you?
Second and 26.
Well, I'm not a math major, and I don't know how many calls I have made in those 30 years of Alabama football, but I've come up with 5 of my favorites. Hopefully you agree. Take a look. Alabama on the road at Penn State. Bama had led the game.
I think I remember this game. Derek Thomas was in this game, I believe. Great Alabama.
And they had a great running back by the name of Blair Thomas. Final possession of the final series of the ball game. And they handed
anytime
the ball
we can
off
bust
Penn
up
State,
a
did every
Big
single
Ten
time
team, I'm rooting for you, SEC and Alabama.
Alabama couldn't stop him. Up the field, the Tide could not stop him. They give him another handoff with about, I guess at that point, maybe 10 seconds left in the ball game, something like that. He gets to the half-yard line.
I remember this game.
And he is downed at the half-yard line. Timeout. There must not have been, 3-4 seconds left in the ball game. Coach Paterno calls time. Here comes their place kicker, a young man by the name of Ray Tarasi from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'll never forget. He was going to have a chip shot.
He's a great storyteller.
For the game-winning field goal. They make it. Penn State wins. If they don't make it, Alabama wins. Well, the ball was being snapped from the half-yard line. That's even shorter than an extra point. I mean, it was a chip shot. But it was so close to the goal line, and they were lined up on the near hash mark relative to the press box, that the angle
Look at that big old ring
terrible.
On his finger.
It was a very obtuse
I had a
angle.
championship ring. I'd be doing this all the time.
So they set up for the chip shot game-winning field goal to crush the Crimson Tide's hopes. And there's that unmistakable double thud. After the snap, the ball is set down.
I remember
the
this
first
game.
thud was Tarasi's foot hitting the football, and the second thud was Thomas Raham's arm reaching up and swatting that football out of midair, keeping Alabama in front and, of course, to win the ball.
I listened to this game on a farm tractor when I worked at Satterfield Farms in '89 in Benoit, Mississippi. I remember this game.
Gotta block this one.
If you ever blocked one, you got to block this one.
This will be a 17-yard field goal attempt. In is Ray Tarasi, the senior from Pittsburgh. 13 seconds to go. The snap is good. The spot is good.
I remember that. Don't think they're excited.
Alabama has blocked the field goal. The Crimson Tide.
So sorry for you, Penn State.
Alabama wins it 17-16 on a blocked field goal.
Great call.
With 8 seconds remaining.
Great call, Eli.
I think the next great play was the run by T.J. Yeldon in Baton Rouge to defeat the LSU Tigers. A game in which
Yeldon.
Alabama just had
Great
struggled,
Bama running back.
needed to win. I mean, anytime you go to Baton Rouge, you need to win. And of course, down the stretch, the Tide was up against it. They had to move down the field in a hurry. And then that little screen pass to the left side to T.J. Yeldon. And as my color man Phil Savage yelled in the middle of the play, "Make the man miss." And indeed, T.J. Yeldon did just that.
AJ gets the snap, pressure, screen, Yeldon, 30, 25.
Make a man miss.
That's right, he's gonna go!
Yes!
He's
That
gonna
right
go!
there is why the
Touchdown!
radio is the best way to listen to
Yeldon.
a game.
T.J. Yeldon
Great,
on a
great
screen, 28
enthusiasm in
yards.
his voice.
No
Paint a picture.
flags. Alabama in what could be one of the epic comebacks in Crimson Tide history takes a 20-17 lead with the extra point to come. 51 seconds
remember that game
remaining in
too.
the ball game.
Call number 3 might be 3A and 3B, but both from the same game. And that would be the national championship game against Texas at the Rose Bowl. In that game, of the many plays that took place, not even counting the injury to Texas's quarterback, but the great play by Marcel Darius, who picked up that ball on an attempted shovel pass in the
2010
middle
Texas.
and ran it back in, and for the big guy did a full 360, did a pirouette on his way in, looking like Baryshnikov heading to the goal line.
Baryshnikov.
And I remember that was a huge play, and thankfully we came up with a good call.
Garrett Gilbert, the quarterback. Utah shovel pass in the middle.
I
Picked
remember
up by
this play.
Darius. Marcel Darius. Darius to the 15. He spins to the 5. Touchdown.
Way to go, Bama.
Touchdown. Marcel Darius.
I'll always
with
pull for you
flags
when
on
you're
the
not
play
playing
for celebration, but
Tennessee.
Marcel Darius picks up a Utah shovel pass.
right in his
Does
hands.
a pirouette. The big man does at 6'4", 296.
Radio calls like this has
Pirouettes at about
got to
the
give you
10-yard
chills,
line,
especially
and
if you're a
waltzes
Bama
in for the
fan.
touchdown with 3 seconds remaining until halftime.
And then at the end of the game, a call that I had discussed with my producer, Tom Stipe, about how could we tie everything in together, the Rose Bowl and the Crimson Tide and the history that I have talked about. And the game ends, and I gave the quick recap, and then I said, and the roses in this grand old stadium are once again crimson.
Roses are crimson.
26 seconds to go. Bama's going to take a knee at the 30-yard line. The victory formation. And that is going to do it.
McElroy.
20 seconds remaining. 19, 18, 15 seconds
I remember
remaining.
when John Warden announced our national
Alabama
championship.
wins
His
its
most
13th
famous line, the
national
national
championship.
champions are clad in
And
big
the
orange.
roses in this grand old stadium are once again crimson.
SEC.
I think the second most impactful call was probably Terrence Cody's field goal
There's not a
block
Tennessee one yet.
against the Tennessee
Oh,
Vols.
no! This one.
Again, it was one of those plays that
My heart
man,
can't take
he
it.
didn't necessarily expect it. He knew what was going to happen. A lot of people were down in the mouth because if Tennessee had made that kick,
We should have won that
there
game,
goes the
Alabama.
perfect season. There goes a potential SEC title. Maybe there goes an
You know you were
NCAA,
nervous.
a championship game berth. And of course, that distinctive double thud.
I don't know if
the
I can
ball
bear to
being
watch
kicked
this.
and then the ball hitting the arm of
Old
Terrence
Cody.
Cody. That
I remember
was just
BVD's reaction.
spectacular, and it was a very simple call. He blocked it. Alabama wins. Alabama wins. Alabama wins.
The fans are cheering with that
It's feeling
feeling
good
in
right
their
here.
stomach that's hard to explain. Morgan Cox will snap it. Graham
Take it
Cannon
like a man.
will hold. Daniel Lincoln from 45 yards out to win it for the Volunteers. The snap, the spot. The
That's
kick is
when my
blocked.
emotions
It's
change.
blocked by
God, I
Alabama.
hate that
It is
game.
blocked by Alabama. The Crimson Tide wins. The Crimson Tide wins.
You knew there had to be a Tennessee one on here.
Terrence Cody, for the second time,
Lane
I believe,
Kiffin.
got a piece of that one. The Crimson Tide wins, and Bama remains undefeated.
I think the number one call, and not because it
I took it like
just
a man.
happened, but because of how the game unfolded, how the play unfolded, had to be Tua to Devontae.
Tua and
for the,
26. That's
national
a good one. I hadn't heard
championship win
that.
against Georgia. I think just like everybody else, we were shocked. We were sitting there with a long face after the
That's
sack.
the only play of
had
the
been
whole game
taken.
I've actually seen.
And Phil
on TV. I
Savage
listened
chimed
to it
in.
on
He
the
said, well,
radio.
what you got to do here is get part of the yardage back now and then go for a first down on the next play. And I agreed, and then here came the snap, and bang, it's over.
Here's Tua stepping back, loads up, looks long, throws, end zone,
Touchdown.
Alabama! Devontae Smith, touchdown, Alabama! And the Crimson Tide has once again ascended to the top of the college football mountain. Their 5th national championship in 9 years, their 17th overall. And for Coach Nick Saban, a career
Well,
6th national
I took it like a man.
a number matched only by the legendary
We're going to get
Paul
back to
Bear
where we're
Bryant.
hearing calls like this in my
Alabama
balls.
is
And I
back
know
as the champion of
you Alabama
college
fans,
football.
some of these radio
How
calls are
about
your
that?
best moments as a fan. I know there are mine, listening to John Ward and growing up. And the radio is the best way to listen to a ball game, period. And I knew there was going to be a Tennessee one on there. I just knew it. I knew it. But hey, you make a promise, you got to keep it. And try to keep it classy on here and keep my word. So y'all are witnesses. I took it like a man. It was hard to watch, even though I knew how that Tennessee game ended. I remember all the feelings I had, and hearing him call it from a different perspective, that's different. Let's just say that. So I hope you enjoyed this reaction video. If you have, smash that like button. If you don't like it, hit that thumbs down button. But I'm going to keep doing these reaction videos in the future. I've got a lot more to do before the season starts. And don't forget, we got the fishing trip we're selling tickets for $5 a piece with a 2-ticket minimum to go fishing on a professional guided service with Tennessee River Monsters during the season. So email me the number of tickets you want, and I'll get you your invoice out through PayPal. And I love doing these reaction videos. Some of them are hard on my ticker. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Go Vols. We're going to a bowl game, and one of these days I'm going to hear our radio guy, Bob Kessling, announce a national championship victory for my Vols. I promise you that.